This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you in part by the Naperville Sun.
Candace, we're here at Bull Sox Academy in Lisle, Naperville area. How's it feel to be back?
It feels great to be back. I always enjoy coming home and seeing familiar faces and being able to, be in the place that I grew up playing at.
Were you one of the kids growing up playing 3 or 4 sports at a time?
I was and I wasn't. When I was very young, I played, soccer and I played basketball and, I did swimming and did, definitely all the instrument lessons and stuff like that. But as I got older, I started to, concentrate in a couple areas. I played volleyball, soccer, and basketball.
Last year you had the basketball court at Springfield Park dedicated to you. What was that like going back there to the court that you grew up playing hours of basketball on?
It was just an amazing experience. I think that it was amazing for me because I was able to bring my family, my little girl, back to the court where, mommy grew up playing. And I think it's a great memory for me to have and be able to share with everybody in Naperville. And just the welcome that I got was, something that I'll always remember.
A little bit different situation for you growing up. Role model-wise, you didn't have to look very far for role models, did you?
No, I didn't. My brothers were fantastic role models in everything. One chose the basketball route, but he was equally as smart, and the other one chose to be a doctor, but he was equally as athletic. They set great examples for me. They were my mentors. I could always call and talk to them, even in college. They'd been through what I was going through, and they were just fantastic brothers.
How's it feel now to be a role model and see kids wearing your jersey? Is that pretty special?
I think it's very, very special to see kids wearing my jersey. I remember the first time I saw a kid wearing my jersey outside of the arena. We were in LA, and I was sitting there and we were at a farmer's market and a kid walked by in my Sparks jersey and I was like, I went up and took a picture with her, super excited about it. So, I think I get as much excitement out of it as they do.
At Naperville Central, you were playing volleyball and basketball your first couple of years. When did you decide to just really take the basketball route?
I think it was tough because at an early age, I started playing sports and was really into it and really enjoyed playing all the sports. So it was tough for me to decide, but basketball really was my love, and I just wanted to dedicate as much time as I could to it and wanted to preserve my body.
Back-to-back state championships with Naperville Central. Not an easy feat in high school. How did you guys accomplish that?
We had a great team. That was still to this day the best team that I've ever played on in terms of camaraderie and just togetherness, and just everybody was in it for the team. We had people, everybody had a specific role on the team. Big or small, everybody was equally as important. And I just look back at those times and I still keep in touch with almost everybody on the team. And it was just those were the best years of my life.
When did you know you might be something special and do great things in the sport of basketball?
My dad, growing up, told me at a very young age that I was going to be successful. He didn't know in what yet, but he knew that I was going to be successful. And my mom, the same way. She told me I could do whatever I wanted. And I think that once I decided that basketball was my passion, I just wanted to devote everything to it. And I think I got that feeling in 7th grade that this could be something that I did long term.
Like many athletes, you've had injuries over the years, but where do you get the perseverance to come back, and how do you come back from injuries?
I've always been taught that adversity builds character and it reveals it. And you can't dwell on what happened yesterday. You can only fix what you can today. And so I think that that's the attitude I've taken when I had my knee injury in high school, when I then had it in college, and then now that I'm recovering from my shoulder. I just always try to work as hard as I can in that moment.
You've gone on to MVPs, gold medals. What keeps you coming back to Naperville? Is it just your roots?
It's just my roots. I really love seeing familiar faces, and I grew up with you in school, and it's just great to come back and just see, and everywhere you go, somebody is connected to Naperville somehow in the world. I met somebody in Istanbul, Turkey that was from Naperville, Illinois. So it's a great place, and it's a fantastic place to raise kids. I hope to bring my daughter back here.
Absolutely. So any really special memories from Naperville that kind of stick out? Outside of the state championships, those were great years, but what kind of sticks out maybe in your mind?
My favorite memory growing up was, every year going to Labor Day weekend, going and riding the zipper at the Naperville Fair and doing the funnel cake, and that was something that I really look forward to.
You've kind of become a face and voice for female athletes everywhere, and do you have any advice on becoming successful and kind of, striving for what you want to do in life?
My advice would be to be who you are. Make your own way. And I think that there's going to be a lot of doubters and people that are going to say that you can't do things, and you're going to face obstacles, but as long as you continue to persevere and you be your hardest critic, then you'll succeed.
If Candace Parker wasn't playing basketball, what would she be doing right now?
If Candace Parker was not playing basketball, I would probably be probably in law or teaching, one of those two professions.
Candace, thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thank you so much.